Hey everybody, it's Gomer man. I thought I would come and share a good word with you today. The last word I shared with you was about the super tanky class, and the Bible's verse about that was about persevering, and the scripture for it, if I remember, was John chapter 2 through 4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers, when faced with trials of many kinds, because you know the testing of your faith will develop perseverance, and perseverance must finish its work for you to be mature and complete. And what I said was that the things that we experience in life, adversity, they are like weapons, arrows. Lots of gamers know what I'm talking about. It's basically aggro, all the aggro you could ever think of, and it's coming at you. Um, and in order to be super tanky, it's a good idea to think about those challenges as just that, opportunities for you to grow, right? Opportunities for you to mature, right? Opportunities to grow your spirit. So when you go through real tough times and you have a hard time figuring out, Lord, I just don't know why I'm going through this. I don't deserve this and all that. You're asking the wrong questions. The question that you should be asking is, what can I learn from this and how can I grow? These are what the super tanky class do. And if you want to become a disciple of the infinite school of the infinite school of perseverance, or the infinite school of the tanky class, you need to adopt this sort of mindset. So today, in that same vein, I want to talk to you about another apostle. And gamers will know what I'm talking about when I talk about this class. The apostle of this gamer is a student of the support class, and his name is the apostle. Man, that's his job is to work on reconciliation and restoration, like any good healers in any games. You usually have a buff on you, and you need somebody to come along and debuff you, make you clean, so that you can do the best things that you can do. And I have a verse here. The verse is tied to this. The disciple of the school of infinite restoration comes from Romans chapter 3, verses 22 to 24. It reads like this. This is righteousness. This righteousness is given through faith in Jesus Christ to all who believe. There is no difference between the Jew and the Gentile. Now, the Jew and the Gentile there could also be interpreted as believer and non-believer. Modern version of the Jew would be the believer. The Gentile would be the non-believer. There's no difference between the Jew and the Gentile, for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, both the Jew and the Gentile. All are justified freely through the grace of the redemption that came through Jesus Christ. So, believers are only righteous because of the justification that came through Christ. So the good news is, you know what the debuff is. The debuff is sin, and we're dealing with sin all the time. You got people aggroing on the road with their road rage. You got husbands and wives aggroing in their home amongst their kids. And all this just comes from sin. You've got people in social media that would not want you to post something positive because all they want to do is aggro all day. And I'm saying a healer, someone who belongs to this school of restoration, this school of infinite restoration, recognizes this, that all these problems, all this aggro is just a symptom, a debuff. And the right buff to debuff the issues that are plaguing us, that aggro, is Jesus Christ. And I think a lot of times Christians are not identified as approachable because they think, or other people think, well, I'm a Christian, I don't do that. Or other people think, well, he's a Christian, he's supposed to be that way. So it could happen either way. Some people won't approach a Christian because they think maybe that Christian's going to be too high and mighty, while other Christians actually kind of are. And it's kind of hard for them to see how other people would have problems or make the choices that they make. Well, here in Romans, we just read that everybody's fallen and that we're all on an even playing field when that comes. I mean, there are no special hacks. There's no cheat code. You cannot make yourself in your own power able to reach God. And God lays out his plan in this word here, where the only way we sinful human beings can be redeemed is through the justification of his grace that God gave to us for people who do believe in Jesus Christ. So, the next time you're talking to somebody who is different from you and who may not be a Christian, remember, you have more in common with them than you think if you're a believer. And if you're a non-believer, remember, you have more in common with the Christian than you really think, because there's no righteous Christians out there. We've all experienced temptation. We've all experienced sin. We've all had vices. And it is only because of the love of Jesus Christ that we are called, redeemed, and sons and daughters of God and brothers and sisters of Jesus, because of his amazing grace and mercy. Now, isn't that a good thing to think about and a good thing to share? Because there are so many people out here that are sick. They're sick emotionally. They're sick physically. They're sick spiritually. And they just need some of that glory and some of that grace from God, from Jesus, to begin to start working in their life and changing them, you know. My group of guys that I game with, sometimes they can be a bit rough around the edges, you know. They curse sometimes, and they mess up sometimes, but in their heart, they all believe in Jesus and they all love Jesus and they all follow him the best way that they can. And even as they stumble and even as I stumble, um, I'm always praying and asking God for forgiveness because I know I mess up every day. And if there's ever a Christian that comes to you and he says, "No, I never sin," or "No, I never mess up," or "No, I never even thought about doing those things," or "No, I've never even smoked or drank or any of that," I'm sure that they have had some sins in some other areas where they needed the grace of God. The point is that we all are in the same boat. Humanity is in the same boat, and we could all use his love, his mercy, and his forgiveness. This is Gomer Man of G-Man Gaming. I'm glad I had this minute to talk to you. I'm glad that God has made this a good day, and I hope that some of you have been encouraged. As I have been encouraged just talking to you about it. Uh, be on the lookout for clips on the YouTube channel, on my Twitch, as well as Facebook, on the following games that are becoming, or that I'll be playing in the Division 2. That's a co-op game I've been playing. And then I'm also starting a game through Bethesda called Starfield. And I'll post some of the video when I am able. But for now, thank you so much for listening and tuning in. And remember, those schools, um, the disciple of the Restoration School and the disciple of the Perseverance Schools. And they're infinite schools because these schools are practiced in the way of Jesus. So these practices are timeless and they are very helpful. I hope you all have been blessed. God bless you, and I love you. Much love, and have a good rest of your day.